All right, and we are live. So, what's going on? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex Halsey. I'm the health fitness specialist at the McLean location. Welcome to Kick and Push, where we have legs and core. So, I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Hope your day's been going pretty well so far. We're going to get up, work out, get in and out pretty quickly today, and send you on your way. All right, so for today, check the description. You'll see the exercises that we have. We're still going to follow that same format where we have one lower body move paired with one upper body move, but today's going to be slightly different. I'm just having some challenges with my neck right now. As you guys know, I may have mentioned been having some issues with my back. Or right now it's my neck. Can't seem to win. Can't win for losing. Yes, it's very frustrating, but nonetheless, still going to work out with you guys. It's not to the point where I can't work out, so all I did was just modify today's workout. So usually we have two 10-minute intervals. Today we're going to have one 15-minute interval. All right, so we're still going to have the same amount of moves. We're still going to have two lower body moves paired with the upper body move, but instead of taking the first 10-minute interval to work out with the first leg move and the core move, and then switching to the second leg move and the same core move in the second 10-minute interval, we're just going to go through all three for 15 minutes straight. So one 15-minute interval where we work on both leg exercises instead of having two intervals where we separate those leg exercises. All right. So just trying to keep it a little bit shorter just to minimize the risk that I have to mess up my neck. I don't want to make it worse, but it's not to the point where I can't teach. So me personally, and I still kind of want to work out. I still want to do a little bit of moving. Today will be a lot of sitting, so I did not want to miss today. All right, so again, one 15-minute interval. We're going to go through all three moves, the two leg moves and the core move in a continuous fashion. All right, so a sequential fashion for 15 minutes straight. All right, so that's what we have today. So again, check the description for those moves, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna get warmed up. So come on down to the ground. I'm gonna start off with a rocking child's pose. So you're gonna come back to child's pose. And you're gonna come up to a hip sag, or what the yogis call a cobra. I like a hip sag. And just rock back and forth. Loosen yourself up. We're gonna go right to cat cow from here. Doing my best to kind of keep my neck aligned with my torso, not too much flexion going on at my neck or extension. So tuck your chin and try to put your head on your back through this cat cow if you can. But if you're me, just get the movement going through the spine. From here, you're going to bring the right leg up. You can elevate the back leg like so, or you can keep it down on the ground, and you're just going to rotate up and bring your arm down and through. Get it as low as you can, like you're trying to put your shoulder on the ground. And from here, you're going to straighten that front leg out, that leg you have up, straighten it out. Keep your chest toward the ground. You can keep a hand on the ground or on the wall, but you should feel a stretch in your hamstring or the back of your leg after each rep. You're squeezing your quad, pushing your knee back, keeping your chest down. Again, you should feel the stretch behind your leg and your hamstring. And we're going to go ahead and switch. Same thing. Elevate that back leg, or you can keep it in a kneeling position. Twist up, and down and across. And straighten that leg out. Same thing. From here, you're going to bring both feet up. Bring the hands back. We're going to go into a crab reach or a table. So elevate the hips. If you want, you can bring one of your arms up and over. So as you guys can see, my mobility isn't restricted. I'm just trying to minimize the amount of movements that I do so I don't make my neck issue any worse. And go ahead, come to your feet. Okay. So our 3 moves today. All right, so number 1, we have a stagger stance RDL with the row. So stagger stance as in my front leg, or the toe of my back leg is in line with the heel of my front leg. All right, the toe of my back leg is in line with the heel of my front leg. Turn this way so you can see a little bit better. That back heel is elevated, front leg is slightly bent. From here, all you're going to do is push your butt back as far as you can. Try to push your chest down to the floor. You do not have to touch the floor. Don't fold or flex at the spine. Keep your back flat, keep it straight as you push your butt back. We're not trying to touch the floor. Just push your butt back. Once you can no longer push your butt back, come back up. You should maintain a straight back from the shoulder to the hip. All right? Come back up. You really shouldn't need to go past parallel. Parallel meaning parallel to the floor. Your torso is parallel to the floor. You shouldn't have to go past that. You can add in a row at the bottom of that RDL. Right here, you can add in a row if you would like. And come back up, go back down, row. You'll row with each rep. That's optional, but you don't have to have that in there. That's our first move. Our second move is our core move. We have leg lifts. Go on your back, elevate the legs, and drop them. All right. Alternatively, for a modification, you can do in and outs. In and outs. Our second leg move and our final move is a single leg squat. So everybody has different ranges of motion and different levels of strength here, but for this move, for me, I can bring my knee all the way down to the ground and then come up. If you're not able to do that, that's okay. Just bend your knee and push your butt back as far as your range of motion will allow you, and come back up. We're just looking for about 10 reps. We're looking for 10 reps on each side for every single move. All right, so 10, 10, 10, 15 minutes straight. All right, obviously you can use weight, but you don't have to for that last move. You will need weight for that first leg move, the RDO with the row. Don't need weight for that last single leg squat, and you don't need weight for your leg lifts. All right, so let's get this going. 15 minutes and we're done. All right. Staggered stance RDL. I'm not adding in the row because I'm not trying to add any extra strain on my neck, but you certainly can. And again, 10 reps each leg. Should be feeling the stretch in your hamstring at the bottom of each rep. Keep your back straight. Remember, we're not trying to touch the floor. Make sure you switch legs. Push the butt back. Chest comes down. Slight bend in that front leg. Just feel this in your hip or your hamstring, a little bit of the glute, and a little bit of your lower back. You want to feel this primarily in your hamstrings and your glutes though. Your lower back is assisting, it's not leading. In other words, your lower back should not be doing the bulk of the work, it should just be assisting. Usually I would elevate my head in this move to help engage the upper abs a little bit more, but because of my neck issues, I'm choosing not to do that today. I'm laying my head flat. It will work your neck muscles in the front, so if you are feeling a little bit of fatigue in your neck, that is okay. So use a wall. You can come down to here and back up. One leg will probably be easier than the other. That's okay if that's the case. Make sure you do both legs. My right leg is my stronger leg there. Start off with your weaker leg, especially with that one-legged squat. But start off with your weaker leg. Just so that way you can finish a little bit stronger than you started. Plus you're working on your imbalances. You're undoing some of your preferences, which is to lean to one side. So we typically tend to start with our strong side with every time we step or every time we reach. So starting off with your weak side, you're beginning to reduce your body's preference of a specific side over the other, which will reduce the strength difference, or that's one of the things that can reduce the strength difference between two limbs. Hinging at the hips here, guys. Hinging at the hips. Your back stays flat the entire time. We'll give us a time check once I get through all the exercises for a second time. Just got the single leg squat, don't have a time check. Again, start with your weak leg. My weak leg is my left leg. Ooh, definitely burns. Oh. All right, time check. That move is a lot easier. Whew, if you're standing on flat ground. So we've got 8 minutes to go. I mean, 6 minutes have passed. We've got 8 on the clock. So again, take your time. We're always looking for quality over quantity. Starting off with that weak leg. Take your time, guys. Don't forget, you can use that modification in the leg lift if you need to. In and outs. And if you want to do your leg lifts the way I'm doing them here, I am stopping my momentum at the top and at the bottom just to make sure I have all the control of that movement. And obviously that's going to increase your coordination, which will increase your neural drive, which is pretty much just a fancy way of saying your strength, your ability to contract that muscle at will with a greater degree of control. And that improves your strength. Oh, nope, I got single leg squats. I'm gonna add a little bit of weight to this. That's too light. There we go. All right, let's go. It's a nice little counterbalance. Don't let that hip pop out to the side. Try to keep your legs stacked vertically. Woo. information. If you are interested in growing your glutes and just the overall function of your glutes as well, lunges are going to be ideal, or that single leg squat that we just did, because it places a good amount of stretch on the glute. Our glute is meant to pull our leg from this position to this position, or hip extension. So that's anything with the knee being behind the hip. So in that squat, we squat down, we're nice and low, we're in a lot of hip flexion, and our glute helps pull us to hip extension. So the greater the range of motion is from hip flexion to hip extension, the more you're going to incorporate the glute. So lunges are great. So are hip bridges or hip thrusts. Squats are cool, but not as good as lunges and bridges and thrusts. Okay? So just some free information if growing your glutes is on your mind. And time check, we've got 2 minutes to go. So we should be able to get through all exercises about one more time or so. Same thing here, try not to let that hip pop out too much to the side. Try to keep your legs stacked vertically underneath your hip. Time check, 30 seconds, so just finish where you are. So I'm going to finish with the leg lifts. Okay. All right. That's all our time. Full time for my soccer fans out there. We have reached full time. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll on up. Grab your water if you have some. Where's mine? Or your caffeine, if you're me. Got some tea. And we are going to stretch out here in a second. Okay. So let's go ahead and come to the floor. Oh boy. We're going to come to a 90-90 stretch. So bend your right leg to 90 degrees and bring it out to the front. Bend the left leg to 90 degrees, bring it out to the side. You're going to bring your chest down towards your knee. Quick test there and just seeing if I can turn my head It's getting better, but the blood's flowing. I'm warm. This might be a false positive. We'll see what happens when I cool down. Then you're going to come up and switch. So keep your position. Just pivot on your heels to the other side. Do the same thing. Bring the chest down to the knee. And come on up. Gonna come to a butterfly stretch. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. Pull them into your body and pull your knees down and your shoulders back. And relax. I'm gonna come to a quad stretch. So to the left quad, extend the right leg out, pull the left ankle, grab your left ankle, pull your heel towards your butt, and lean back, stretching out the quad here. And we're gonna come up and switch. And relax. Gonna come up to your feet. Gonna stretch out the hamstrings on the feet. Just bring your feet right under your hips and push your chest down to the floor like you're trying to put your chest on your hamstrings or your quads. You can reach down, touch your toes. Pull yourself down if you want. Take a big breath in and exhale and slowly come up. And that is all our time today. So thank you guys for joining me today. Feel free to run that back. I know we had a shorter class today because of my neck. So feel free to run that back if you would like, and keep stretching if you need to as well. So thank y'all for joining me for today. My name's Alex again, and I will see you guys on the next video. Holla.